as a soccer fan, I loved it. I thought that was an entertaining soccer match. Both teams came out and, you know, played at a very, very high tempo. What I was most proud about, Jeff, was this was the third game in 6 days for Gustav, Christian, Nico. I know I'm missing someone. Well, Chad's Bruin. Thank you for that. They put it in, so that was impressive. And a lot of times, what you have to have is, okay, you might feel tired, but they had the mental strength, the mental toughness to persevere and play at that high level, at that high tempo. So that's what I was most pleased with.
I think I saw Jaime next, and I'm going to move this microphone while you ask your question. Go ahead, Jaime.
Coach, at the end after the goal, the Sounders scored the goal, it seems like the Sounders lowered the movement a little bit. Were you content with the 1-0? You think that's going to be enough in Guadalajara?
No, I might disagree. I don't know if we intentionally stopped trying to score. I thought there was a couple of half chances where we were getting out on counterattacks and trying to score. I think that's just human nature sometimes. The other team, the opponent, knows they're down a goal. They wanted to press forward a little bit. Certainly our guys were a little tired towards the end of the game, but it was not intentional for us to just sit back at 1-0 because we believe that's enough. We, you know, wanted to set a goal of scoring multiple times to give us a better chance, because we understand that it's a very, very difficult task that we have ahead of us.
Harvey?
Coach, Chad Marshall had a couple of big-time stops you guys tonight. Can you talk about just him still getting it done at this level and
yeah.
at this point in his career?
Yeah. Love talking about Chad. He performed at a high level in many different areas, not just a sacrifice of his body and, you know, those types of things that are easy to see, but his tactical awareness, his pressure at the right moments, his, as always, his aerial duels, the percentages of those that he wins. I thought tonight he had a really magnificent performance.
Nico?
Coach, you end up going with Handawala and Francis in the lineup. Can you talk about those two guys, how you came up with starting them and how they did today?
Well, it was partly squad rotation because Nuhu had played twice in a row. And, you know, Waylon is a very, very capable left back. His attacking movements tonight were very, very good. The timing of his runs and, you know, what he did with his crosses was good. It put them under some pressure. And then Handwalla, I mean, that was the surprise for all of us. I mean, the kid played great. He came on and didn't have any fear of the game. There was no, you know, okay, this is Chivas, and you know, the game wasn't too big for him. So I was very impressed with his composure in a big game. And then you guys all saw the quality that he brings. You know, runs at people, you know, and can get by one or two guys. His passing is very clean. And probably the biggest surprise for me is sometimes you label attacking players as they can't defend or they don't want to defend. The kid understands his role. He's a young guy on the squad, so he's got to get up and down, and he did that tonight.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, a little bit of a different atmosphere tonight. I don't know if you have ever been here where there was almost a 50-50 crowd like it was tonight. What did it do to the energy in the stadium to have kind of dueling fans like that?
I think our fans were louder when they were chanting Seattle Sounders. Certainly the Chivas fans in the building made some noise. I think it added to the atmosphere. The entire game, I mean, even in warm-ups, you know, the fans were going back and forth. So I thought, you know, it was good.
Maz?
Can you talk a little bit about the play of Christian Roldan and Swinson in the middle? I know it's the defensive effort, but what did they do to kind of slow the Chivas attack in terms of intricate midfield runs?
Well, they do what they normally do, is cover a lot of ground, win their tackles, do all that. Christian is very tactically sound, and Gustav is on the Swedish national team for a reason. I think they're both quality players. The midfield from Chivas is very, very good, very fluid. There's a lot of interchanging and stuff. So the ability of Christian and Gustav to read some of those moments and when to stay put, when to press, when to stop plays higher up the field, when to recover, I think all of that was very critical for us to come out 1-0 today.
Gentleman in the back here.
¿Alguien puede traducir?
No, please, yeah.
Carlos Salcedo, de líder del Rebaño Guadalajara.
Okay, Carlos Salcedo from Guadalajara.
Felicidades por su equipo, me gustó mucho. ¿Qué es lo que más le preocupa en el juego de regreso? Hay tres cosas que Chivas aprovecha mucho en su localía.
Congratulations for the win. I liked a lot your team. And then what are the things that you are more worried about the return game? There are three things that the Chivas team takes advantage on, and let me go with it.
La primera, la altitud de Guadalajara.
The first one is the altitude in Guadalajara.
Segundo, la atmósfera de que va a haber un estadio lleno y hostil.
Second, the atmosphere on a completely full stadium and with a hostile crowd.
Y tercero, que la recuperación de Seattle Sounders para ese partido de regreso.
And then third, the recuperation or the recuperation of the players for that return match.
So I'll start with the altitude, and I don't want if you respond back to him in Spanish, but the altitude is just something up here. That's okay. We've played at RSL, we played in Colorado. That's not an issue for us.
La altitud es algo que está solamente en la mente y en realidad es algo que ya hemos jugado antes en Colorado y en otros lugares con altitud y eso no debería afectar.
As far as the stadium is concerned, I've seen it on TV. I've never been there, but we have been in big stadiums around the world, you know, playing against America down there last year. We played in Monterrey with a full stadium, so we understand that it's going to be difficult. But a lot of times, players on both teams can be inspired by the energy, even if it's just the home crowd. You still, as a player, sometimes get up for the game. I would say that Clint has been in a lot of stadiums where he might be on the opposing team, but he's a big game player. Nico, same thing with Uruguay. Roman with Panama.
Con respecto al estadio, estamos nosotros acostumbrados, hemos ya jugado anteriormente en estadios que estaban completamente llenos también, por ejemplo el año pasado contra América, y jugadores importantes nuestros han tenido la oportunidad de jugar como Clint o como Nico o Román Torres con Panamá por sus respectivas selecciones en estadios también donde el ambiente es hostil, pero diferentes jugadores se alimentan de eso también de manera positiva y de manera negativa. So.
And then as far as the preparation is concerned, 1 week is better than 2 days.
Y con respecto a la recuperación, una semana es mejor que 2 días.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it was Ari next, yes.
Do you know what was going on at after halftime there? It looked like they took a few minutes getting out on the field. You know what's going on with that, or have you ever seen anything like that?
No idea. Sorry.
Stretch.
You brought up Clint as a big-time player. Your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Good. He's ruining his other chances. You know, he's a goal scorer, so those things, you know, will affect him. So hopefully he'll be plenty motivated for the return leg. But it was another good performance. He gets himself in good spots, and you know, usually he gets 1 or 2 chances, he'll put one away.
And Wingo's cross to him to finish?
It's great. Similar to the one that, you know, Wingo had the other day when he hit Will, you know, in the game against LAFC. So, you know, Henry came on and used his speed and tempo to get beyond guys, and, you know, delivering good balls is key. That final pass is always key.
Back to Jeff.
Yeah, you used, I think it was 3 homegrown players tonight. You already mentioned Manuel's performance, and then you just talked about Wingo. I mean, how important is that in the overall development of your team to the point where you can win a game? like this against
Very good. I think the Red Bulls had a few more than us out on the field as well. So, you know, the development of young American players is certainly important. It's important to every club in our league. And, you know, if the guys are going to be good enough, you know, Handwalla's age, Henry's age, experience, if they're good enough, they'll play.
Just time for a couple more so we can get to Chivas. Steven?
It seemed like you guys really took it to them in the last half an hour, created most of your chances then. How did that happen, given that Chivas has played 10 competitive games this season? You guys are earlier in. Why didn't fitness play a bigger role down the stretch?
I don't know if I can answer that question in talking about their team. I don't know. I don't have enough information about their team. I would say for our team, I think the mental toughness showed. I think that from day one, since we've taken over, that's been something that we've stressed. We've always been a good team. We've always had good players. And that last bit of mental toughness to persevere in tough moments, to win games when maybe you shouldn't, to make tackles like Chad does, you know, all of those little things, to get all the way to the end line, to get the ball across, to get goals. You know, I think Whalen had a run in the 80th minute, you know, 60 yards down the field. That's all up here. That's not just physical. That's all up here. Those guys want to win. They want to play. So I think their mental toughness, you know, got them through tonight.
We'll go last one to Ryan here. Krasner, you have one? Done? No? John, you still have one?
Yeah. Coach, Wingo, when he came on, seemed to turn the game a little bit for your side. Got the assist, obviously, and had a number of great chances. What was the message to him when he came on to
use his speed and power? He's not just fast, he's pretty powerful too. He's a big kid. Use his speed and power to go against some heavy legs and see if he couldn't create anything, and then obviously do the defending, because, you know, Christian and Gustav had done a lot, but I needed him to pinch in and make sure he helped there. But he did exactly what we asked him to do.